Hello, hello, hello. How are we all tonight? Thank you so much for coming, Gear Masher. And we'll be having Night Metal Master. We'll be doing something a bit different tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I think reading streams are something I want to do fairly regularly, just as a very kind of comfy, cozy thing to do for people. This is also our very first community content stream. Oh, I should have reading glasses, you're absolutely right. Maybe, some nice thin ones that I can kind of look over the top of. I think that'd be really cute. I'm not even going to ask for a redeem for that, because that just makes so much sense. These ones? These ones. These ones. There's so many! These ones. Glasses are hard, because I can't actually see how they look, really. How's that? Do we like that? Yeah, I was thinking thin glasses, a bit like Bayonetta, is what I had in mind. With like, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be, ooh, forgot that. Oh, and look, we color coordinate with the book as well. I didn't even realize. So today we are going to be, it's actually a Gear Mesh's book, so it's our very first community content stream. Every now and then I think I want to do one of these where we, thin glasses, you can look condescendingly over and berate your bottoms. Look, guys, you need to hit the degradation redeem if you want any of that, at least on stream. And yes, Bayonetta. So Gearmesha is the person who wrote this book. It's called Grinding Gears, Coming Calamity. Thank you for the hydrate, Leo. We have coffee and water tonight. I've still got some packing to do before my holiday tomorrow, so I'll be doing that after stream. But yeah. Let's have a quick read. There's one review and then the blurb for the book. So before we get started, let's have a look at those. So 8 centuries ago, Calamine the Calamity, an alchemic being of immense power and insanity, was defeated and sealed away. It had taken a war that spanned over a decade and cost thousands of lives. These days, a revolution of technology has changed the face of the war, as well as daily life. Clockwork, steam, and magic compete to the prime lifeblood of human society. London Gearmesha follows the philosophy of the clocksmith, creating devices of both domestic and violent purpose. As she enters into adulthood, London finds herself striving to leave apprenticeship, but even her own family history stands in her way. What is this history? Will it spell hope or calamity as the ancient seal begins to crack? As the author, I request any and all commentary. I suppose that's fair. I will do my best to read out. I will do my best to pay attention to the chat while I read, okay? So, we have one review by Stephen. Great read. I was very skeptical as I have read a couple of first books from amateur authors, but this was a very easy read. Well written, great storyline and descriptions of characters. I can actually picture in my mind what I was reading. Perhaps not the way the author did, but it held my attention throughout the entire book. My only problem was that there are a lot of non-lead characters who play an important part in the story, where I lost track of who was who on occasion, mostly because I took a long break between reading sessions. But maybe a little more backstory on them would have been warranted. I really hope he writes the sequel soon, perhaps a prequel. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of different characters. I guess it's potentially a bit Game of Thronesy. There are a lot of characters in Game of Thrones, and I couldn't really keep up with who was here. I needed to go through it a second time before I really understood what was going on. But yeah. Let me just mute notifications on the Book of Face, so I'm not constantly getting things. Oh, Zariad, well, I'm glad that we've got some excellent timing for when you finish dinner. We'll have a cozy stream tonight, so hopefully that'll be perfect for just some after-dinner entertainment. So, on with the reading. I won't lie, I very much like the artwork for this book. I think I should put this over here, so that way it makes sense for me to be looking this way. Okay, do you want pigtails? Or do you want normal hair? I feel like normal hair tonight. So, oh wait, hang on. So, Grinding Gears, Coming Calamity, Book 1 by Andrew Yarbrough. Written in 2015, cover art by Oscar Rodriguez. Copyright, and the contents. I won't lie. Once we get to XL, I don't actually know what the Roman numerals mean. So, L is 100, right? Yeah, because it's like a legion. Or is it 1,000? I'm not sure. Cannot say for certain. Okay, anyway. To my grandfather's inspiration and drive to better myself. Aww. L is 50. That makes sense. Chapter 1. London woke with a start as something shook her shoulder. She groggily opened her emerald eyes and pulled up her goggles to control her golden bangs. Huh? A soft-spoken voice with an accent seemed to draw out its A's, roused. Wake up, lazy. She started to move about a bit as her fellow apprentice's red eyes looked at her while he was squatted beside her. Oh, Vega. She yawned overtly. What time is it? It's near the 3rd hour of the morning, he said. His unnaturally dark hair shifted as he shrugged. Judging from the moon and Tartus, bolting up, London looked incredulously at her friend. Her vibrant waist-length locks spilling out as she did. She seemed angry. You were supposed to wake me an hour ago. Vega poked London's olive-toned nose and smiled softly. But you were sleeping so soundly. I'll let you continue. Feeling she was ready to stand now, London hopped her lithe frame up, using mostly her well-trained body, not needing to use her hands. She looked almost like a dancer from how fluid it was. She huffed out a slight chest. Vega Eternia. The haughtiness she exuded was comical considering what she was saying. I'm nearly 17 years old. When will you stop treating me like a child? Looking like he was restraining a chuckle, he said. London gear masher. His sarcasm was palpable as he mocked her. When I was 16 years old, I looked like a 10-year-old human. Right now, I look much like you do age-wise at 23. My parents are only just beginning to take me seriously. London grumbled, rubbed her eyes along her cheek markings that ran from the bottoms of her eyes to the corners of her mouth. They were much fainter than those of her ancestors. The lineage they represented was something her family guarded closely. You really are impossible sometimes. He leaned onto the railing of the watchtower. they were on and looked over the ocean. Joining his companion, Vega rested his elbows on the railing and closed his eyes as the early morning sea breeze blew mildly. I do not try. He checked his watch, winding it up as the coil had begun to close, to lose enough tension to slow the timepiece. Sorry, send it to me and I will post it in chat. It's only mods that get to post links. Oh god, I've lost where I was. Joining his companion, Vega rested his elbows on the railing. Thank you for the link. So that's the artist for the cover art. Joining his companion, Vega rested his elbows on the railing and closed his eyes as the early morning sea breeze blew mildly. I do try. He checked his watch, winding it up as the coil began to lose enough tension to slow the timepiece. Yeah, 3 a.m. plus a few minutes. I don't understand why you keep that thing. London went and double-checked the other side of the watchtower. She began smiling warmly at her home. The city ship Atlantia. A few glittering lights in the otherwise black of night. Be it day or night, even if it's cloudy, you always seem to know what time it is. Placing a hand on the device, Vega stayed where he was, looking out over the water. This watch was the first thing I made without instruction. It's my first clocksmithing, from start to finish, from ore to bars to shaping the metal and placement. Even carving the glass for the face was all me. Oh, turning and reaching into her brightly coloured top through the collar, London produced a wind-up key, done up like a pendant. She looked at it like it was some trophy of a monumental task. Kind of like my key. She reached back under the collar, with said key in hand. Speaking of, I got to loosen my shoulders a little. The key found itself inserted into the hole made specifically for it, just like you'd find on all her devices. With a slight twist of the key, the gears and coils turned on the chest piece of her clockwork skeleton. The skeleton covered most of her body in a network of gears and springs and coils, designed to store energy through the use of keys and movements, or ratchets. It depended on who smithed it. Then, at the time of the wearer's choosing, through a trigger or similar mechanism, it releases all of it at once, with massive striking power. Your key or your skeleton? Vega's expression turned slightly emotional. Most clocksmith paladins have their skeletons built into their armors, but it's like a second skin on you. Dunno. The tone darkened as she hugged herself slightly. Not quite like my skeleton. Yeah, I guess they are totally different. There was awkwardness in the silence that followed for a short time afterwards as they both went about keeping watch. Why are we doing this again? London asked out of the blue. Because we were ordered to by Master Richard. But I mean, why did Father give us a night watch? Do you really not remember? Or are you just trying to upset me? What do you mean London was cut off? By an accusing finger pointing at her face. You are why we are here. You and your inability to take an insult with dignity. Thinking for a second, London suddenly remembered when William Hammerfall and his posse thought it smart to... Vega's not a fan of profanity, so which London was liable to say once in a while something excites or upsets her. So he put the pointing finger to her lips to shush her. Yes, when the traditional smith's apprentices decided to harass us, Who dare to change an art that's been established for eons? He pulled his claymore from his back, and faint runes glowed in reaction to the mana in his blood. Thanks to his family's demonic influences. I've no idea what they mean about me, though. I'm not trying to change a classic art. His eyes glowed slightly, and his black hair seemed to move with an unfelt wind. The runes, which were faint before, flashed brightly, and suddenly the sword was emitting flames. I'm creating a whole different kind of war device. He released his hold on the magical energies in his blood. The fire died, the runes returning to their dull glow. Tower 2! A concerned-sounding voice came echoing through a voice tube. This is the control tower. We saw a flash from here. Please tell us all's well. This is Tower 2, Cotton, London's expression seemed to say. Look who got us in trouble now. She leaned to the cone and yelled back her reply to the officer on watch. Don't worry, my partner's example got a little out of hand. We apologize. Sounds like a kid, the officer responded. Who's managing this station? I'm not a kid, damn it. London stuck her tongue out the visionless cone. Hey. Vega flicked her forehead. If you want them to treat you like an adult, then mind your tongue and stop acting like a child. He sat down on the short stool. Thank you for the follow, Ryu. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Just a little sip. He sat down in the short stool that London had been sleeping in beforehand. He crossed his arms and laid the ankle of his right leg on his left knee as he closed his eyes and let his neck relax. The tongue curled before London turned it in Vega's direction for a moment before answering properly to their superior. Geomesha and Eternia, sir. Oh, the punitive watch. Cut your shenanigans and return to your work. Aye, sir. It's been months since we've seen any dragons, though. Be thankful for that. Now get back to your watch. Aye, aye, London yawned, before taking her place back on the railing, looking over the vast darkness of the sea. Not like I can see anything out here either way. London, Vega called, his voice showing that he was indeed tired. As lovely and flowing as your voice is, he opened his eyes before pulling his goggles over them. Shut up and let me sleep. With that said, he closed his eyes and settled in for a few hours of sleep he'd be getting that night. London had a teasing attitude as she snapped to perfect attention and snapped a crisp salute. Oh yes, sir, Admiral of the Fleet. Let me get right on that. The sarcasm returning to his voice seemed greatly familiar as Vega simply huffed and oozed out the words. Good night, Princess. Leaning lazily back over the railing and crossing one leg behind the other, London's voice sounded familiar. And she quietly responded, Yeah, sleep well. I can't. My cat wanted cuddles, but she just wanted to use me as a platform to walk across. I don't think I've seen enough to have a fair opinion. We've met our two primary characters. I feel like there's a bit more exposition than is needed right here and now. I feel like discovering these things about blood ties and whatnot should be... I feel like it would make more sense if that was done by showing the audience later down the line. Otherwise it would just Otherwise, I don't know. It just feels like it's a lot. It's a lot that's explained about stuff that seems like it's supposed to be mysterious. Or maybe it's not. I don't know enough about the overall story to have a fair comment just yet. But onwards to chapter 2. The clanging of hammers filled the air of the Crofts district of Atlantia, with a very familiar ringing as London and Vega returned to the Clocksmiths' Guild in the morning. Despite being short on sleep, London seemed as if the whole night had been nothing more than an inconvenience, and hummed a very punctuated melody that seemed to be used for timing more than anything else. Vega chuckled and began singing with her, his voice having an odd depth to it despite his unusual airy tone. Starting once the song recycled, the hammer sings when making things. The timing seemed to sync perfectly when the rhythm of the hammers. This was a smith's song. Hearing the steady strikes all day led the artisans to create their own genre of music. London sang the next lines. From morning light to dark of night, the hammer loves to sing. As they passed the door of one of the grand smiths that did everything from making ship parts for the fleet that sustained and protected humanity, to the weapons that defended the people, to even simple things like flatware or decor. Some of the workers could hear them singing and they joined in, or rather they would have, but for the sudden sound of a steam-powered siren. Both Vega and London took off at full sprint towards their destination further down the street. Sounds of general commotion filled the air, but by the time they reached their home, the Clocksmiths' Guild, Master Richard, Vega called out as they entered the door. A man of the same skin tone as London, and greased back hair the same brilliant yellow, was throwing armor over his powerful-looking chest as he directed the chaos as best he could. Paladins to the skimmers, his squared brow was set with all the seriousness of war. Apprentices to duty stations. But father, London begged the man, who turned to show his angular face, looking stern. I'm good enough to be a paladin. I merely haven't taken the trials yet. Let me fight. His voice was unbudging, telling from even the first time there would be no argument. Then it's to duty stations. You aren't tested. You aren't a paladin. Now belt up your tools and get ready to fix anything to help evacuate the damaged areas. Aye, sir. Vega grabbed her arm to prevent further distracting the man, who was now repeatedly pulling on the drawstring of an incredibly powerful-looking bow that seemed to unfold more and more each time he drew it. The air was full of ratcheting as everyone similarly prepared their equipment before the older members went out the door. Vega, you're in charge of the apprentices, Smithmaster Richard commanded as he left to join them. Aye, sir, he responded as his face took on another level of seriousness. He turned to face those in a similar age range as himself as he begun putting on a sturdy belt, absolutely loaded with pouches and tools hanging from it. All right, I need Team Iron to head towards the engine room. It was a constant siren, meaning the ship showing hostilities. Be prepared for the possibility of a boarding party getting past the paladins and trying to disable us. Stick to your team and you'll be fine. Aye, sir. A group of 4 responded, heading out the door. Team Gold, he put on light plate mail as he turned to another group. You're on crowd control. Get the people to the shelters and protect those bunkers in case we're boarded. Aye, sir. He pulled another on a worn-looking pair of thick leather gloves and turning to the remaining 3 others, he grinned. Team Hammer, we're on direct damage control. London looked elated. Yes! Any spells or anything damages the ship near the battle, we take care of it. That also means if we see an enemy presence in range. London started boxing an imaginary foe, crush their smug faces and show them that simply because we've been driven from the land doesn't mean humans can't fight. Move out. Aye, sir. like that. I really liked that chapter. I feel like that built a better image in my head of what was going on, and yeah, I could see that animated at some point in like. I feel like the art style from Dragon Prince would really suit this. If that makes sense. I haven't seen Dragon Prince, I've only seen clips of it, but it looks like the same kind of, like that kind of art style would really suit these characters. I don't know why. Chapter 3. Looking over the side of the ship when they arrived, London could see that there were frigate-sized ships flying the green flag, with a golden sun emblazoned upon it, of the Magus Imperium. "It's not dragons," the red-headed member of the crew nervously cranked at the ratchet. You'd love that style. Yeah, I feel like this has that same kind of tone where like the characters have jokey moments, but the overall setting is quite serious, and they're going to be dealing with some fairly serious stuff. But yeah, I feel like that's nice because like you get that contrast, so you show that in spite of any hardships the characters get, they're still very much human. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that would be really cool. That kind of watercolored-esque style that Dishonored has. Oh, that reminds me, I should play Dishonored 2 at some point. But knowing how I played Dishonored 1, it would just be a murder hobo spree. But anyway, let's get back to the book. A bit of me worries that I'm getting through this coffee too quickly, though. And that might affect my reading pace, but it's fine. Looking over the side of the ship when they arrived, London could see there were 3 frigate-sized ships flying the green flag, with a golden sun emblazoned upon it of the Magus Imperium. "It's not dragons," the red-headed member of the crew nervously cranked at the ratchet in his sword's hilt, "but their loyal lapdogs are here." "That's just as bad, Titan." Vega's voice was concerned as he watched 3 groups of people riding what looked much like planks of metal, making a high-pitched whir as the gearworks inside pushed them through the water. Coils kept tight by a ratchet under the rider's rear foot. Each of the 3 formation veered toward separate ships. "There go the officers," Titan commented again. "I hope they realize that they're fighting mages." "Have you lost a gear, darling?" The sickly-looking 4th member of the team spoke as she observed the battle that was now beginning, her eyes focusing in and out strangely, as if she could actually focus on every individual thing. She began ratcheting up a bow, constructed in much the same fashion as Richard gear meshes. Hers, however, was more softly angled, having an almost inherently graceful look to it. "Prepare the catapults. They have ballistae, as well as on the nearest ship. I assure you, Marianne, that I am wholly sane." Titan clucked his tongue. "You, on the other hand, seem to think you can make a shot at that. That's nearly a battleship from end to end in distance." Knocking an arrow, Marianne's eyes focused obscenely, looking nearly completely grey with no pupil at all. 20 guild on it. Looks like the usual 3 mages per catapult, one raising the seawater to load and one to freeze, and the other to control the machine. "You'll bet your whole weekly allowance on that one shot," Titan scoffed as she pulled the bow to its set position. "Don't take that bet," Vega chuckled. "That's been her obsession lately, mastering the long shot like Master Richard the arrow flight." "I'll double that bet." Titan seemed to be reaching for his coin pouch as he said it. The sound of a coil releasing a vast amount of energy and grinding gears accompanied the flight of an arrow made of solid steel. The odd thing was that the shot wasn't even fired in the direction of the enemy vessels. It was almost a full 20 degrees ahead of them, the glint of metal flying through the air, arced with the wind as they all watched with anticipation. All but Marianne, who merely stated "incoming" as she quickly straightened the coil of her bow. London reacted first as a massive ball of ice came careening towards the deck, about 300 yards away. "On it!" she called as she crouched and slapped her ankle, releasing the trigger on her leg coils, boosting her speed incredibly as she ratcheted her wrist, priming a different coil. London planted herself and took a powerful stance moments before the boulder impacted. Giving a roaring scream as she swung, London punched the incoming object as she triggered the coil in her arm. Rah! For a moment, nothing happened, but the ice stopping cold as her arm knuckles impacted with a reverberating cracking sound and spider webs of cracks showing inside the nearly clear boulder. After a span of breath, it fell uselessly to the ocean below. London clutched at her arm as she ran back to her team, who were not so direct in their equally or more successful attempts to protect the ship. Looking up and down the side of the ship, one could see teams of other fighters from the Mystics, Traditionalists, and the Maritime Regulars. "Everyone else is late," Titan laughed as he released the trigger on his weapon rapidly as he drew it, causing a high-pitched whistle-like sound, and the details on the blade seemed to stop existing as it vibrated at super high speeds. The missile never stood a chance as it was split down the middle as the vibration caused the weakened structure to crumble. "We're always the first of the military to show up." "You all right?" Vagar called to London as he swung his blade one-handedly, sending an arc of flames to consume as much of the ice as he could, and then allowed what was left to be harmlessly shatter against the metal plating of the ship. "I think I blew a gear," she said, embarrassed. "It's stuck in the meat of my arm." "How many times do people have to tell you you aren't as good as you think?" Marianne scolded as she scanned the ships and kept firing. "Not that I'm doing any better." Shoulder hit. "I'm doing horribly, and now I'm out of arrows." "Didn't you upgrade recently?" Titan asked, confused. "That I did." Suddenly the capital seemed to stop firing from the ship she had been aiming for. "So that's how long it takes for the springs to fire." "What?" Vega now had time to stop and look at the archer. "I put springs that are delayed to fire after the head impacts something. They release spines which can shoot a short distance or simply extend the range internally." "You're a twisted woman, Marianne," Titan laughed. "That's why I asked you to the next ship's meet." "Gear mesher, incoming." A voice came from behind them as a flash of movement crossed in between them all. A missile shaped like a large spear of ice was stopped mere feet from its ultimate destination of London's chest. It found itself instead impaled upon a rapier of the most over-polished steel you could imagine. "Now it's time to talk of romance. Now's not the time to talk of romance or festivals, you ingrates." The missile seemed to almost vaporize as a handsome young man, wearing a full set of plate mail minus the helmet that allowed his wavy brunette hair to flip slightly in the wind. His hazel eyes seemed out of focus as they often seemed to during the battle. There was wrapping done above his eye in the manner that suggested medical experience. London stopped to make sure she wasn't hit, and then she looked at the who'd rescued her. "Oh, William." She chuckled slightly, amused at the wrapping. "Did I actually crack your skull with just one hit?" "As I said," he spoke as most would expect a royal to speak to a peasant, "now isn't the time, child." He grinned in a way that suggested he knew exactly how to harass her. London had to suppress the urge to administer another knock to his person, whose mere existence vexed her, and carry on protecting the ship as best she could with one properly working arm. Oh, I guess we skipped chapter 4 in this preview. God, this only goes up to chapter 8 though. So this might be over a little bit earlier than I thought, but that's okay. I need to make sure my posture is good when I'm doing this. No, it's fine. It's fine. I wasn't planning on doing a super long stream tonight, in all honesty. I wanted something nice, quiet, and cozy. Just a bit chill. Also, I feel like I might be rushing just a touch, you know? So I should probably try and pace my reading. Reading out loud is actually something... Does it now? Maybe it's because I'm in the UK that it's different. But sadly, I can't change it to the US version. Really? It does make sense. I can imagine. I've not read aloud to anyone, in all honesty. This is my first time doing like a read aloud to someone else. I need more coffee. Okay, that's all the coffee gone. Team Hammer was the first group to make it back to the guild. They were nearly done taking off their extra equipment and getting London's arm in a sling in her workshop. In one of the off-shooting rooms, when the large doors flew open, Vega found himself in a crushing grip and stared at the face of his master, who looked horrified. I heard London got hurt. How bad is it? Father, London heard this and called out, "I'm fine, I'm in here." Richard dropped Vega as if he were nothing but rags and ran towards his daughter's workshop, wrapping her in his arms tightly. "Father," she squirmed, embarrassed by the act. "Not in front of everyone. Ow, you're hurting my arm." Richard Gearmeasure stepped back. "I'm sorry, Sprocket." Oh, that's cute. Is that what you called? That's a really cute. That's a cute term of affection in this steampunk world. I like that. "I'm sorry, Sprocket. I'd heard you took a hit and were bleeding fairly badly. I assumed it was worse than it was from how quickly word reached me." "Father, it's time you stopped using that stupid nickname." London sighed as if it were a regular conversation. "I was strong enough to stop one of those ice balls this time. That should show you I'm good enough to take care of myself. I only got hurt because a gear blew." Richard's face turned from relief to anger. He stepped to the door and apologized, asking everyone who just got back from the ship to step out for a minute. A few chuckled, knowing what was to come, but they otherwise left without an argument. Richard the Arrow Flight closed the door, turning around. London rolled her eyes at the argument about to start. "Don't you roll your eyes at me, girl." He crossed his arms and stood at his full height, almost twice as tall as London's head, reached with her, sitting on her cot. "Father, we have this argument all the time." Her voice was painted with disinterest. "And why haven't you learned yet? Did you forget to lube those gears in your head again?" "I was able to save the lives, or at least the homes. You should be praising me, not scolding me." "Hi, Eagle Munch. Hi, my milk juice. How are you today?" "Your skeleton took damage from you trying something outside your level again. It's just a flesh wound." Every time I read that or hear that, I just think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail and the Black Knight from that. "It's just a flesh wound. It will heal in no time. I'm not talking about your injury. I'm talking about you." London jumped to her feet. "What's wrong with me then?" "Hi, Paris." "I thought it was." What's wrong with me then? You overestimate yourself all the time. She pointed at where Team Hammer had been during the skirmish, as if she could see through walls. The reason you don't have a team out there repairing the mechanics of the ships is because of the work we did. And your life still exists because of a timely entrance by Apprentice Hammerfall. Or so I heard. A sound of disgust escaped London's mouth. Who told you that has a gear missing? Whoever told you that has a gear missing? Oh, I know that you and the boy are always at each other's throats about petty things. He waved a dismissive hand to cut her off before she protested the statement. In any way. But the fact that his being there put you at lower risk alone is what's important. Now back to the problem. Wait, is there still a battle going on during this little argument? Is that still happening? But the fact that his being there put you at lower risk alone is what's important. And now back to the problem. He motioned for London to join him as he walked out the door into the entry chamber of the guild. London looked around, slightly confused as she followed. She had always wondered why a place so full of fire and heat would have a wooden room like the entry chamber. But she supposed it gave guests something nice to look at before seeing the passion and precision that was smithing. Richard threw open the main door of the guild. What makes us a clocksmith? Recognizing the call and answer of the clocksmith's creed, all the paladins and their apprentices bellowed in response. Ingenuity, forward drive, talent. What does ingenuity mean? Ingenuity is a mind yearning to break its own bounds. What does forward drive mean? Image not available. Hi, Zariad. Okay, Eagle Munch, I hope you have a nice time at work. There are Tiger people in Paladins. Oh, they have French accents. That's cute. That's cute. I cannot do a French accent unless I start to sound a bit racist, and I don't think I could do that. Really now? Is that... Do you think that kind of fan fiction appeals to me? When you say fan fiction, what kind of fan fiction? Good. Thank you so much, Filthy Weeboo Boy, for the subscription. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. It's more like a passion project. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so chapter 6. The next morning, London ended up forced to take the day off as she was nearly useless with her arm in the sling. She took a little extra time cleaning herself and changed into a simple pale green dress. London put a light belt around her waist and put her coin purse on it before stepping out of her workshop. Look out, everyone, Titan's voice teased from down the hall towards the smelting room. Someone kidnapped London and replaced her with a girl. London showed him, and with a gesture that she was still very much the same person, regardless of how femininely dressed. She knocked on the door to her father's workshop. "Father, I'm heading off now. Make sure you're home at a reasonable hour," his voice called, as if focused on something else. "Don't forget, I swapped you and Grant, so you have all the first watches this week, so I can have him in the shop." London groaned at the thought of having to be up before the sun, so she would arrive at the tower, relieve the night watches at sunrise. "Oh, I haven't forgotten. Also remember to save your money. We're heading for Deep Tower for the ship's meet, I know. It's hard to believe it's been 6 years since the last one already," Vega commented as he came in carrying crates of apples as late morning snacks for everyone. So this ship's meet is like some kind of big political gathering, or is it like steampunk prom? I guess we'll find out, maybe. "Already," London laughed. "That was a long time ago. All 6 of the ships of the fleet in one place. That really doesn't happen often. Hopefully all the ships make it this time." Richard's workshop door opened. "Last time we arrived to hear from the captain of the Maelstrom that the dragons had themselves flown out to take on the Sterling. They managed to sink an entire city." London was quiet. Mother lived on the Sterling. Head cocked, London looked at him, an apprehensive expression on her face. "Maybe if you mean anything uncouth by that, I'll walk back to my workshop and get the biggest hammer to use to answer you." William ignored her comment. "I'm holding a class for youngsters looking to become smiths, and I'm wondering if you would like to participate." "What kind of class?" "I'll pose a question first. Do you know what makes my pieces different from your, what was the term? Devices?" "Duh." London seemed amused. "My devices move. Yours are all one piece." "Well, that's partly true. But haven't you ever wondered why I'm able to keep up with you in a fight despite my body being unable to keep up with your skeleton normally?" London had never thought about it before. "Extensive training? Do you not train as well? Then I don't know." William showed his gentlemanly upbringing by offering her his arm. "Would you join me then? You can also enlighten the children as to your clocksmithing. Maybe 1 or 2 might even join your guild instead." London had stepped back on instinct, so used to William starting fights with her or vice versa. She was surprised to see him acting so civil. Stepping to him as she took a bite of the apple, her arm rested upon his. "You've got me curious. Think nothing more of this than that. Of course." William led her into the guild, ending up face to face with a young man in simple clothing seeming only a handful of years beyond their own age. "Wait, is this the first ship? Is this what we're seeing, guys? Are we shipping this?" Of course, William led her into the guild, ending up face to face with a young man in simple clothing seeming only a handful of years beyond their own age. However, looking in his eyes, there was something timeless coming from his soul. "Ship what I want. Okay, I'll ship all the ships." William nodded. "Good morning, Lord Fane." London nodded her head respectfully as she was in the presence of one of the 3 remaining of the 6 sages. Sages were those who'd been present at the sealing of the Calamine the Calamity 800 years past. Oh wow, people live for ages. "That's fair. London is by. We approve." "Oh, that's cute, Zariad. Well, you know, you can always ship me with whoever you want. I'm single, so, you know, it doesn't really matter." Calamine was an alchemically created dragon liege, a dragon with such magical force they could seamlessly change their form or manipulate the world around them almost effortlessly. As an alchemic being, Calamine was created by forcing the living soul of a dragon into the body of one of Vega's ancestors, Melhan Eternia. She'd managed to single-handedly bring down one of the 3 kingdoms that had existed at the time, and the other 2 formed an allegiance, sending their most trusted after her. They had been known as the 6 Winds, named for the prime religion of the time, in which Calamine was the name of the 7th wind, that which represented destruction. Hail Trish the Otherworldly. I'm going to ship you with packing peanuts. They're cheap and good at absorbing the impact and very fun to play with after. Actually, have you ever wondered what it would be like to dive into a pool full of those and just swim through them? I feel like that would be kind of fun. Tiger X all of chat. Oh my word. I mean, that's more than I've ever had at once. I am kind of sleepy today. I got up quite early. I didn't mean to, it just kind of happened. He nodded at them, young Hammerfall and Gearmesher. Are you two not supposed to be baying at each other like dogs, not looking as a pair? He smiled slightly to show that he was only teasing. Sir, London showed that he had no problem giving attitude to absolutely anyone, if she felt it appropriately. You may not be of this world, or so you claim, but in no world or alternate dimension will I ever be paired with William Hammerfall. Ha! Trisha's laughter was honest, suggesting that despite his age, he was still found much about the world entertaining. I can see why she enjoys teaching you so much. You definitely have the passion for... London put her hand over his mouth with a look that she suggested. She didn't want anyone knowing what he was about to reveal. Miss Sophie wasn't supposed to share what we do when we meet. Wait, how do you know Miss Sophie? Trish seemed amused by her. I've known her since she was young. You act and resemble each other quite a bit now that I think about it. Wait, is London and this Sophie person a thing? Oh, I could read manga, absolutely. I'd be happy to do manga readings. I don't know how I'd upload the VODs to YouTube without getting copy struck to shit there. I feel like with mangas, because it's very easy to visualize the characters, I'd be able to do voices better. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, cool. Thank you for the clarification. I'm just clearly trying to hunt for ships right now. That's clearly the mood I'm in. My lord, William interjected before another conversation began. I apologize, but we must be off. True, the sage nodded and patted London's shoulder as he left. Do give your father my regards. Aye, sir. Ah, right. So she is her teacher. But yeah, no, we could do manga readings. I will create a thing in Discord and we will do a read along. Oh, actually, no. I know what I want to read if I want to read a manga. I saw a video about a fantasy manga that I really want to read. about this immortal elf that kind of goes through life watching everyone around her die because they're all humans. And therefore, you know, that's just the sad truth of living as a human. I can't remember what it's called though. Oh yeah, no, there will be a Discord movie night at some point. You know what I really want to watch? I want to watch Rebuild of Evangelion at some point. I might do a weekly Prime watch party of The Boys when it comes out. I love The Boys. I want to watch season 3. Are you growling at me, cat? We should watch Morbius. Okay, we will absolutely watch Morbius. I haven't seen Morbius yet. But that won't stop me morbing. You know, I watched today, actually. I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 today, and it was fantastic. I mean, there was this whole wedding subplot that just really seemed like it didn't need to be part of the film. In fact, most of the human characters could just get in the bin, really. They just took up screen time and contributed next to nothing to the plot. But otherwise, it was a really good film. I enjoyed Sonic 2. I really want to see Sonic 3. I have not seen Jim Carrey's paintings. Let's do let's look at Jim Carrey's paintings after we get through this, and then we'll see, okay? Chapter 7. With each strike of the hammer, you put a part of yourself into the metal. William's explanation seemed more passionate than London ever expected to hear from him. They're on his website, which looks like it's 2005. Oh god. Okay. This seems like something we have to see now. So, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. I also just realised I've not been recording a VOD because I'm dumb. But it's fine, we'll just download the VOD later. Hi Goldiewagon, thank you for the hydrate. Hi Brynheld. How are you guys today? Welcome to the stream. We're doing book reading tonight. Then we're going to look at Jim Carrey's paintings, because why not? Just having a cozy stream, you know? With each strike of the hammer, you put a part of yourself into the metal. William's explanation seemed more passionate than London ever expected to hear from him. It has been a while. How have you been? Have you been okay? It is as the one who founded our guild back during the Calamine War, Grandmaster Curly, Smith to Dragonlord Scale himself, always said, "Your hammer is the conduit of your will. Never strike false. Every time you put a bit of yourself into the metal, it grows a soul of its own. And once your weapon is complete, it is every bit a being as you are. This is the art of traditional smithing." The children clapped, interested in what he said, even if they didn't quite understand it. Do you mean your sword has a soul?" one of them asked. "Like, if it breaks, does that mean it dies?" "Yes, Lightstriker has a soul. He is my best friend, bar none. Weapons don't have souls." London, who'd been leaning on the wall at the time, stood straight and shook her head. "Yours don't," William countered. "That is, however, because of a difference in the techniques we use. It is a piece of equipment I forge. If a piece of equipment I forge breaks, it is more or less useless even if it is repaired. If you break something, you can replace it or adjust it and it works good as new. It is like a person. If you lose your soul, will you ever work right again?" I've been good, thanks. And welcome back, Gearmesher. We're doing community content tonight, so this was a submission of a book that was authored by Gearmesher, who's part of our community. I want to do more community-based stuff, so this is the first kind of thing. So we'll do this every now and then. We'll do a showcase of like something someone in our community made. And yeah. I also do want to do more reading streams, because I think they're kind of nice. They're cozy, you know? And we do like being cozy. Clocksmiths don't follow such silly stories as weapons with souls. We're crafters of the mind, not the soul. London pulled her sling slightly to adjust it as her arm began to fall asleep, rubbing it gently as he continued. You see the value of our devices every day. The ships we live on are our creations because someone had an idea. Clocksmiths have ideas and we make them happen. It's much like a poet who uses words to bring forth images and ideas. We use our hammers and our minds to constantly improve the world around us with our art. London didn't realise the amount of pride she was speaking with as she spun the image of smithing a new world into being, and how any idea could become a new device that could change the world. Again, the children clapped, seeming to be impressed with the ways of clocksmithing as well. Well, William said, and smiled as he turned back to the group as their clapping slowed. You learn interesting things when you leave your mind open, don't you? Aye, sir. The response sounded odd with such young voices being the ones giving it. I'll be fair to my clocksmith friend. Instead of having you all register today, I'll have Father wait one more day for your inductions in case you wish to change your mind and join London's guild instead. London seemed shocked that he would make the offer, speechless in fact, as her mouth hung agape, and she looked at him. It would be a waste if one of them was to be destined to be a clocksmith and took up my craft instead. Now everyone, I have a lot of work to do, so if you would kindly allow me the time, I would like to get started. London took the hint clearly. All right, smiths to be. Let's get ourselves out of the way. She stayed in the room a moment after the rest had exited, not looking at him, afraid she'd actually show appreciation to William. She simply said, "Thanks for this," and she left. Chapter 8. As she arrived in the market district, something caught her eye right away. Despite how tired she felt, she had to see what a rather excited-looking group of young women were clamouring about. As she got close enough to see, blush touched her face. The group seemed to be peering at how all the botanists' stand were covered in hundreds of white roses, the symbol of romance during the ship meets by women towards the men they fancy. A voice caught her off guard, London, giving a slight hop accompanied by a tiny squeak before she turned. The blonde was relieved to see her friend, Sophie. Oh, it's you. Sophie gave a soft smile that seemed to be her natural expression, with how easily it came to her olive-kissed face. Her green eyes were bright, and her long black hair flowed flawlessly down to her hips as she stepped forward to hug London gently. I heard you got hurt. I'm glad it was only a flesh wound. London gave her somewhat older friend a one-armed hug in response. Yeah, Father says it's because I got in over my head again, but someone had to stop that ice boulder. You look exhausted. I guess without your skeleton, it can be a bit of a long distance to get here. Sophie produced a flask from the woven rope belt and kept her in a canary-coloured dress under control and uncorked it as she handed it to London. It's a new blend I've been tinkering with lately. The drink that London sipped was pleasantly warming to the palate. Hints of peppermint and chamomile were the first thing she got, but they were soon replaced with a soft citrus and then a light burning of alcohol to finish it. Sophie gave a slight wink and made the shh notion. I'm aware you aren't 17 yet, she whispered, so you aren't of age to drink, but I won't tell your pa you had a little bit. Oh, we're at the end of the preview. I really liked that. I thought that was cool. I thought that was very interesting. So that was Grinding Gears by Andrew Yarbrough. You can find it on Amazon and Goodreads and lots of different places apparently. You can also get it on Google Play and Kindle by the looks of it. And yeah. Here is the Amazon page, and I guess I should drop it in the chat. I'm not trying to plug things, but you know, it's important to showcase stuff. Welcome home, Eagle Munch. Sadly, we are in the UK and don't have a VPN because I'm a bit dumb. Okay, so we finished reading the book for now. Let's get rid of these book hands. So we were going to look at Jim Carrey's website, right? Where is Jim Carrey's website? Is it jimcarreyonline.com? Oh my word. You're right. You're absolutely right. This website does look like it's from 2005. I had no idea it was this bad. It's kind of cute there. Thank you, Metal Master. I just realized the hands were kind of just floating there. Okay, let me update the title. Jim Carrey Online. I quite liked it, in all honesty. I don't really know what to suggest. I feel like, again, it started out in that first chapter with a lot of exposition that I think you could have possibly just shown us all that stuff through the story, and I'm absolutely certain that you will show us all that stuff later on. In the book. At least it would make sense to, I think. It would make sense if that's what happened later. To me, at least. Let's put me over here. And make me a little bit smaller. Okay, so I am Phantom around the Costco? I'm sorry, I don't understand, I don't understand. Campfire opening. Work of art. Okay. I mean, this kind of just looks really cool so far. Like, yeah, no, I had no idea. Guy's got talent. I like this. This is like kind of like psychedelic stuff. My dad would have loved this shit. My dad would have absolutely. I really like this one. This one is really cool. Yeah. This painting offers an expression of love and appreciation to womankind, and a signal of welcome to all sacred feminine tenderness. Yeah, you can see that. I like that. This one makes me smile. I did know that love has 5 letters. Yes. Also, welcome to the stream, Vargas Slayer. Hope you're having a nice time. More. I like this. Oh, they're meant to be gold bricks. Oh, that's cool. That's clever, that. And in the moment he was freed from the prison of becoming. I like this one as well. This one is really, really cool. I think the more and more art shows consumerism in today's society. Yeah, I agree. I agree. This is some really clever stuff. This is, I really like this. Like, my word, all I know about Jim Carrey is he does stuff like Ace Ventura. Yes, this is Jim Carrey as in Sonic, that Dr. Eggman, Jim Carrey, like Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey, The Truman Show, Jim Carrey. Same guy, and he's doing this shit, and I'm just like, wow. Absolutely blown away. Absolutely did not expect this. I mean, first of all, visually, it's stunning. And it's incredibly thoughtful, like genuinely. But this is just fucking cool. Like, this one right here. Like, this one makes me feel happy. This one is really clever. And these are just... Art is only... I feel like art is only art if it makes you feel things. And this guy knows how to make you feel things. And I think that's really cool. Like... I mean, these ones not so much, but that could just be an aesthetic thing for my taste. Oh my god. Okay, some of it is not safe for work. Okay, what else do we have? Wait, are these... I'm just gonna open them all. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Donald Trump stuff. I've not actually looked at Ringo Starr's art, in all honesty. Really? That's so lame. Like, Jim Carrey actually wanted to properly do a good take, but they just wanted to get that physicality out of him. Like, that's so lame. Like, I reckon Jim Carrey can be fit when he wants to be, so I reckon he would have probably trained for it. Yeah, there's a lot of political stuff. I kind of don't really like to get political, at least on... Oh god, that looks gruesome. I have no idea what it is. It's clearly not gruesome. But like just the way that, like, yeah. There's something about that. And I don't know if... Yeah. I like this stuff. Guy's a fantastic artist. I had no idea. Absolutely rate the man. Skip that. Let's not get banned. Please don't report me. I've never seen any of this stuff before. It's all art anyway. So it's all fine. It's all fine. It should be still within Twitch's terms of service. Because it's all art. All art, and it's fine. Like, you couldn't ban it off Facebook. Therefore, it should still be fine for Twitch. Okay, I think we're just starting to see all the same stuff again. But yeah. No, there's a lot of political stuff here. There's a lot of political commentary on some of these. It's really hard to believe. Like, I never thought... Absolutely never thought... Never thought this guy was the kind of person to do this stuff, you know? Oh, Ringo. Oh, that's true. He did have a fat suit on in The Grinch. Yeah, see, they could give him a fat suit and make him do a full-on Eggman. I wonder how they're gonna do. I wonder how they're gonna do. Because he says he's retired, hasn't he? He said he was going to. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you know, there's an Easter egg. There's an Easter egg in Sonic 2 where they do a mock-up of him as Eggman with the full-on game accurate suit. With like, and he's got this big gut, and it's like they did that as a teaser. Yes, I also really like how they developed him into Eggman over the movies. He's retired now, though, and that just seems really bizarre to me, you know? Like, he doesn't want to act anymore, and I'm just like, bruh, you gotta come back for Sonic 3. You absolutely do. But, like, he did a really good performance in Sonic 2. Like, genuinely. He was like... He did all the Jim Carrey things that were ridiculous and over the top, but it all made sense in a way that his characters never made sense before, if that makes sense. I mean, maybe he is done with the character, but I don't know. When I looked at interviews, he seemed incredibly satisfied with, like, doing Eggman as a character. And he was so happy with how Sonic 2 came out and his acting in that. That's the motivation for his retirement. But they can't do Sonic 3 without him, surely. Oh, actually, I guess they could do Gerald Robotnik, his dad, as a sort of flashback kind of character. But, like, with Eggman, it made sense in a way that it never did with the others. And it didn't feel over the top. It just felt like it was just right, you know? Was his grandfather. I thought it was his dad, and then there was that girl that Shadow had to protect that was Eggman's daughter or niece or something? I don't know, we're getting into Shadow the Hedgehog lore here, and I spent a long time playing that game. And it was awful. Actually, that's a thing. Can I get Shadow the Hedgehog on GameCube? Yes, she was. She was killed by the government, wasn't she? It is on GameCube, is it? Oh my god, it's on GameCube. He did play Shadow the Hedgehog. God, as if it's still 40 quid. My word. Okay, guys, I'm not asking anyone to buy it for me, but I'm adding it to my Throne gift list. Because I want it. I played it on Xbox when it came out. But obviously I don't have that anymore. Oh. Oh, that's true. Quid? What's wrong with quid? It just means pounds, okay? British pounds, imperial credits. What do you expect me to say? It's the currency I use here, okay? Like, I'm not gonna Americanize everything just because you're on them, just because most of my fan base is on the other side of the pond. No, this is my stream, and we are in Britland, and you know, we have to assert dominance over the colonies. Colonization coins, yes. Excuse me, I'm not trying to enforce anything on you. You come to me. And you love coming to me, don't you? I did wink. I did. Is that surprising? I know, right? Our queen is shit. Our royal family is shit. I'm not a royalist. I don't believe in monarchy. And if I was in America at the time of the revolution, I would probably have been a revolutionary too, let's be honest. I don't choose to be on this shitty little island, but it's where I am, so... It's where I've got to be until I can afford to move away. Also, that was a waste of tea, okay? You know it was. Oh, we're making Princess Diana jokes like it's too soon. Oh my god. No, it's never too soon for jokes about the royals, because, like, let's be honest, they make public declarations about equality and leveling up the economy, literally sitting on a throne of gold, like, you know, like, come on, like, honestly. It's not about the tea, it's about sending a message. I agree. The message you're sending is that you should go to the kitchen and make me a cup of tea. I take milk and 2 sugars, thank you. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing, honestly? I've run out of things to do, and I'm just nattering away because it's just, yeah. Okay, yes, yeah, let's, thank you for the redeem, Senpai. You are our good boy. You're always here in our streams, you're always making funny memes. We really appreciate that you choose to spend your time here in our community. You are very much our good boy. Thank you. I mean, let's be honest. Coffee should only be drank black or so fucking fancy you can't taste the goddamn coffee with like 3 pumps of syrup and foamy milk and whipped cream and some kind of sauce on top, okay? Those are the only 2 ways to drink coffee. And if you're drinking it anywhere... If you're drinking any other kind of coffee, you're doing it wrong. Because we live life by the extremes, and if you can't handle it, then what's the point? Oh, you clicked on the Dress Up Tiger thing. So Dress Up Tiger is the Discord channel for if people want to design outfits for me. And then when I've got money to update my model, what my plan is to make it a community vote. So you guys will literally pick from the submissions in that channel, and yeah, they'll be picked for my future outfits. And then, like how I can change my hair, they'll little by little be added to the model. And the reason you'll see nude versions of this model in there is because obviously it's a lot easier to draw if you can just you know, see what's going on with the outfit. Actually, to be honest, I quite like glasses. I should ask Maya to rig up some proper glasses. Yeah, like, I should ask Maya to rig up some proper glasses. Yeah, it's a safe for work nude. What on earth? Why are we talking about terrorism? Where the hell did that come from? Also, welcome to the stream. Oh. Really? You know, I've never actually really looked into like the economic impact of the Boston Tea Party. Though, to be fair, the most exposure I've had being British to the Boston Tea Party, the most exposure I've had to the Boston Tea Party is probably playing Assassin's Creed 3 and watching Hamilton. Thank you, Zariad. I'll watch it after the stream. Actually, maybe I'll put it on here. That's kind of cool. That's very, very awkward and random. Well, no, because let's be honest. They dumped their shit in that water back in the day, didn't they? They didn't have proper sewage. There's only so much tea is going to do to fix that. So, no. Well, you wouldn't have. Oh. I wanted more. I know, I can't get them to fit into my face anymore. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. You just do exclamation point Discord and an invite pops up. Speaking of plugs, you can also do socials. And you can find my socials. You're welcome. I wish that I didn't have to drop bits for my own things. I'd use this music redeems all the time. Like bacon pancakes. Because who doesn't like bacon pancakes? What am I doing with my life, guys? I have no idea what I'm doing. I should probably go pack for my holiday tomorrow. Because I have to wake up at 6. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. I am being a gamer. I'm just chilling around doing absolutely nothing. Let's be honest. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. Pancakes, to be honest, I don't really know. Because sometimes I like strawberry and Nutella, and then whipped cream in my pancakes. And then other times I'm like bacon and maple syrup. And then there are other times where I'm just like Nutella bacon pancakes, because sometimes you just have to go all in. And also, Nutella and bacon go together so well, and no one can ever. You did send me the text, but it's only the text for the first chapter.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Yeah, Nutella bacon definitely works. It's delicious. Yeah, I have no idea, right? Also, yeah, like, I'd never heard it before. Then I was browsing for sound alerts and I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. And then I was just like, yeah, this is so cool. Fucking love Adventure Time. I'm annoyed that my ex is the person who introduced it to me, though, because I really love Adventure Time, but it's hard not to think about her when, like, it comes up. But, you know, we're gonna have a brand new Adventure Time. Is it this year or next year? We're gonna get new Adventure Time with Fiona and Cake. Of course I like JoJo. But yeah, Flame Princess is my waifu. No one can debate that. Also, I literally have a Okay, you want the JoJo voice. You want me to go Yari Yari. You want me... You want Jotaro Kujo. Yare yare, does it? That's really hard. That's really, really hard to do. I'm so glad, like, no one ever does the voice acting redeems, because I bet people would ask for that, for me to actually read stuff in that voice, and that would be really, really hard, because I can't do it very long. I'll laugh myself wet, will I? That's quite the boast. Okay, let's have a look at stuff. What are you guys putting? Okay. We got the Discords. Let's have a look at the
Hi, ho everyone, my name is Mr. Fruit and welcome back to Paladins. And in today's video, I will not mention how I enjoy this more than Overwatch right now, or how I think this game is criminally underrated, because I do that every time and people are like, Mr. Fruit, you do that every time. And that time doesn't count. Okay, from now on, there is a new champion in the realm,
this is way too long, I'm
Tiberius,
sorry.
the weapons
I will not
master.
watch
I
this.
was looking at his...
Okay, drop the stuff you want me to do in the things. Yeah, just drop what you want me to read in Discord and stuff, and then I'll do it. I should probably, not be on this channel. Ah! Right. I don't know. I feel like I should rename the stream now. You want to hold hands? That's... We can't do that. That would be lewd. I don't know, any of the channels? I don't really care at this point, to be honest. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the mashup you wanted to show me. I will put that in stream requests just because it doesn't make I don't like showing DMs and stuff. Let's have a look at this mashup.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Raise your hands, do your dance at the Space Jam.
Oh my god, this slaps. This works so well. I love it. How does this work? Oh god, dude, this is making me want to rewatch JoJo's. Do I do a JoJo watch party? Is that what we're doing? Guys, I might do a Discord JoJo Bizarre Adventure watch party. It's a bit loud though, isn't it? Okay, but it's like I'm so torn. Like I want to sing along with the original, but I also I can't fit them into like they fit, but I can't fit them in my head, and I don't know what to do. sorry. I was just saying. I don't know what, like... I don't know what bit, like... I feel like I should vibe with more, the JoJo bit or the Space Jam bit, because it's like a bit that wants to sing along is like wanting to sing along to JoJo's, but it doesn't. I can't do that with the Space Jam stuff over the top. But like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Brunhilde, I hope that you have a lovely stream. What are you streaming later, anyway? I'm pretty much done here, in all honesty. We're just hanging out until I get bored. At least that's my plan. Okay. Okay, I think we've had enough. I know there's another minute to go.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Okay.
In the West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground of Bama says most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school, and a couple of guys who were up to no good. Started taking trouble in the
This is ridiculous. I love it. Like, this is great. God, I love the original. I love the Sonic soundtracks. They're just so good. I mean, I don't know how Discord sorts people out. I am mobbing, guys.
In the West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground of Bama says most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of school, and a couple of guys who were up to no good. Started taking trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on.
I like this. I really like this.
Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright. I went to a cabin when it came near. The license plate was crashing and dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was where
I can't believe how well this works. Like,
I told him not to round about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabin, "Go home, smell you later." Look at my kingdom, I was finally there. To sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
oh, I had no idea you could do that with Discord. What else have we got? Okay, guys, we're just vibing with community. Vibing with community, man. That's the stream now. We're just vibing with whatever you guys send us. Oh no, video unavailable. Sad face. Video unavailable. Oh my god, guys, if you want to send me stuff to vibe. Oh, I love history shitposting. Absolutely. Send me your history shitposts. I'm all about that shit. Why would I not be about historical shitposts? Oh my god. Oh wait, video unavailable? Why is everything unavailable? Oh, I like this. Fucking love ABBA. Oh god! Sorry, I need to watch this video. Wait, is this Total War? This is Total War, isn't it? Is Total War Attila? No. Is it? What Total War is it? Total War Alexander? It's in the Discord. Okay, I'll put the link in.
The Golden God! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Okay, I'll DM you. Oh no. I forgot that doing that would do that. Where were we?
God! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
You're welcome. I enjoyed that. Yeah, no video unavailable. Guys, there are some times where things are just a bit broke. Also, welcome to the Discord, right? I have like one mod, and then is Luna here? Did she actually turn up for a stream? She used to be here all the time, and then she just stopped coming to my streams. Which I guess is fair, but I need to pick another mod at some point. They do a half-decent job as a Discord mod, maybe. Yes, it's in September. I'm gonna collab with Small. We're gonna have a great time because I fucking love Warhammer. So I'm excited for that. One little fact from this time period is that after Aurelian defeated Palmyra, reportedly she said, "You cannot drag me to Rome like some common prisoner of war. I'm a queen." And Aurelian responded, "Very well, would you like your chains to be of silver or gold?" I can't play Psychosocial, baby. It's region locked. YouTube doesn't like it in here. I'm sorry. I like Psychosocial, baby. I've seen it before. But it just doesn't work. And I can't do anything about it. Because it's a fucking jam, and I wish that I could share it with you, you know? I know, right? That would have been... No, well, no, because they would be very heavy, wouldn't they? If they were pure gold. Really? I had no idea that body heat could soften gold. Huh. Maybe that's what we should do. We should do David Attenborough history readings. David Attenborough history readings of Roman shit. Maybe that's what we should do. I want my paws back. Pause, guys. We got the beans. Well, we will have the beans. Oh, I should show you guys a thing. Let me show you a thing. Let me show you a thing. Let me show you a thing. So you know how I said I was going to do an infinite head pat stream? when I get some model updates. Hades, I've heard good things about Hades. So, when, oh wait, I just realized. When I do, when I get the Infinite Head Pat stream, there's gonna be a toggle. I'm also getting new hair, by the way. New hair. It's gonna be great. I get to show off my beans again, and it's gonna reach forward so I can head pat you. And then there's gonna be an Infinite Head Pat stream where every time someone does a redeem, there's gonna be 2 new redeems for channel points. There's gonna be the Oja Sama laugh, and then there's gonna be the head pat redeem. And when I do the Infinite Head Pat stream, both of them, when I get these toggles, they're both gonna be free all night long, and it's gonna be like just chilling with chat, and just be a nice comfy stream where we do stuff that you guys want me to do. Okay? I don't know when that's gonna be. Maybe it's definitely gonna be in June sometime, I think. But yeah, you can't call dibs. You can't call dibs on my beans. You can't monopolize the beans unless you spam that redeem. You can't. They're my beans. You can't possibly monopolize my beans. Also, look at my claws. Are they not fantastic? Look at these look at these girls. Like, they will fuck you up. One day we can do the swipey swipe. I like this. I like just hanging out like this. I should do this more. Hi, Eagle Munch. French pedicure. You can't do that. You can't give claws a pedicure. That's not how that works. You couldn't possibly do that. No. Maybe I should get into bed. Maybe. It's late. I have to wake up at 5 to have a shower and do my makeup. It's already 10 o'clock. But I'm having fun. Meh. Okay, well that's fair. I've never actually taken my cats to a groomer before. I don't think they'd enjoy it. I mean, this sounds like Hadrian has great taste. Touring the Empire with a twink boyfriend? Should absolutely, you know, I would absolutely support this idea. Doing a nice tour of the countryside with a twink boyfriend I could show off, have a bit of fun with between journeys, you know. Actually, I've never had a twink boyfriend. I mean, it's fun to joke about, but it's not an experience I've had. I think joking around and memeing with Small, I think, is the closest thing I've ever gotten to that experience. I mean, Small is all... No, I mean, he's not my boyfriend. We just meme each other a lot, you know? Like, it's just fun. It's just a bit of fun, okay? There's nothing between us. I do feel like I should invite him over in real life at some point there. Because then we could do couch gang. I want to do... If there's a bunch of British streamers, I want to do, like, a couch gang collab where we're just all here at my flat. Playing, well, look, you know, he's not my husband. We just make memes, okay? Shit, is this how you guys bully me by telling me that Small is my boyfriend? Like, you just keep saying that Small is my boyfriend and my husband and all this shit. But like, that would be fun because like then we can play Smash on my GameCube, and then we can play all kinds of stuff. I know I made that meme. Oh god. Oh, I forgot the Discord is still actually there. I should I should hide that. But yeah. It would be fun getting people over. But literally, Small is the only other British streamer I know. So, I mean, if I invited him over to do couch streams on my consoles, people would start saying shit and like actually shipping us for real, and that might get a bit awkward. I mean, it wouldn't be awkward. It would be funny, but like, I don't want to give people the wrong impression, you know? I think that's important. Because it's important to be honest with your fan base and the people that choose to, like, spend their time with you on streams. At least I feel that it's important. I know not everyone is like that, and lots of people like to do parasocial relationships, but, you know, that's not my jam. I feel like it's important to be genuine with people. Oh, actually, I do have to check if he's allergic to cats. No, that'd be hilarious if Small was allergic to cats. That would be really funny. Which I know sounds harsh, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. It would be fucking funny if Small turned out to be allergic to cats. Wait, no, he works in a pet store. No, he can't be allergic to cats. Surely not. Surely not, guys. I know, right? It would be hilarious. Oh, he's a scratching post. Oh god. That reminds me, I had an idea for some lewd art, but I never commissioned it because I don't officially endorse lewd art. But you know, like, it'd be a shame if these claws of mine never got put to use, don't you think? Like, I mean, I'm just saying. You wouldn't see me in the art, but you definitely see the claws. But there would probably be blood, and it would probably be not okay. But yeah, I mean, that's an idea for an art piece if someone decides to do some spicy art. That's yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that. Thanks, Igar. God, if I had money for all the art I wanted, I wish I could commission more art. I know, right? I'm glad. I had fun reading it. I think I might start doing book readings on the regular. I have like a little library in my bookcase. It's not as big as it used to be since I moved. I had to get rid of a whole bunch of my books. But I think I might maybe do Star Wars Dark Disciple, or I might do The Hobbit, or I might do Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, because that's like a really important book to me. It's one of the first books my dad ever read to me when I was a kid. And also my LARP is all Arthurian legend kind of stuff. Okay, I think maybe I'm a little bit sleepy. Yeah, like when I do I do want Office Lady Tiger. There will be Office Lady Tiger at some point. Though personally, I think that it would look better if I had thigh highs with suspenders that you could just see peeking out of the miniskirt. Don't you think? Actually, there's 2 pharmacies, both of which are literally about 30-second walk from my flat, so you're in luck. I also just happen to have a first aid kit at home. Librarian Tiger would be kind of sweet. I mean, isn't it just the same outfit with glasses? I am getting tired. I'm gonna pick someone to raid. Who do I want to raid? IRS Inspector Tiger, someone has been a bad boy and hasn't recorded his... Oh, God. Maybe we should raid my friend Ben, who is one of the LARP photographers. Yeah, you can always suggest someone for me to raid. I absolutely love finding new content creators. Who do you have in mind? Shush, meet me behind the bookshelf later. My friend Ben is doing a D&D stream. Morgan Ian... I think I might know this person. I think I might follow this person on Twitter, actually. I don't follow them on Twitch, which is always a little bit embarrassing. Oh, they're cute. Are they a cat vampire? Thank you so much for the subscription, Snappy Boy. You can't hear an enzyme. You're absolutely correct. You can't hear an enzyme, but you can always hear a hormone. What are they playing? Destiny 2. Okay, they seem kind of cute. She is a foxer. Okay. Good night. Let's go do the raid, and yeah. Thank you everyone so much. I've had a fantastic stream. I hope you've had fun hanging out with me tonight. As always, it's a pleasure to have you all here. And I'm very grateful that you choose to spend your time with me. And it means a lot. You guys make it so much fun being a streamer, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Anyway, before I embarrass myself any further, right, that's our raid all sorted. Yeah, I need to download this VOD so I can upload it to YouTube and all that fun stuff. And then I guess, yeah, I'm gonna do the raid thing, okay? Thank you everyone for the stream. I love you all.